Blessings, Empress Vibrant here.
Hey, Empress Vibrant here. Hope everybody is bliss. Welcome to Love Venus Friday. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. All the information for your personal readings are in the description box below. Yeah. Without any further ado, let's get on with it. So, Love Venus Friday. What is the main energy? It's love reading. And remember that the messages are very general and they will not resonate with everyone. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Okay, let's have a look. What messages do we have regarding love? Okay. So we have number 21, which is freedom. Okay, look at that beautiful imagery. Freedom. Yeah. And the messages, the energy of freedom supports our sense of limitless possibility and potential, boundless expression and bold exploration. So, let me read that one more time. The energy of freedom supports our sense of limitless possibility and potential, boundless expression and bold exploration. I like that. So the freedom to be yourself, express, talking about exploring and being bold and boundless expression, sense of limitless possibility and potential. I love that. And if that's the type of energy we're looking to have in our relationships, then yeah, bring that on. Yeah, you're gonna feel free, like you feel free to, get down and dirty. Or even just to be who you are and express yourself in a very organic and authentic way. I love it. Okay, let's see. I feel like there's one, thank you. Alright, so we've got 4 cards that have come out. I feel like these are for me, it looks like there's about 3 different things going on here. But take it as it resonates. Right, so the first one, what we got now is retreat. Yeah? Retreat. So it's time to disconnect from the world. Yeah, retreat. Go away. Spend some alone time. Do something outside of the box. Book a hotel. Staycation. Go on a vacation. Whatever it is. Transmute the energy. Get yourself into a swing of being able to free up yourself, enjoy yourself, let loose a little bit, not to be too, too restricted. It's about that expression. It's about exploring, so possibly traveling and going outside of your comfort zone, really looking at what that really means. Let me see what else comes up under retreat. Why is retreat here? So it's time to disconnect from the world. Go within, explore, ground yourself, step into nature. Let's see what this is about. What do we need to be disconnecting from? We have, there's too many cards here. I feel like that's the one. So expectation, yeah? So we're retreating from the world. We're not going to just sit down and expect things to happen, waiting and an expectant kind of energy. We're going to make things happen. So we're stepping out of this energy where we're just sitting and waiting, counting the time down from when something happens. Yes, it's to be expectant, the things that you want to do. Expect to have a full and free life. Expect to be bold and express yourself in the way that you feel free to, and understand that there's no limits to what you can possibly do when you feel comfortable and when you're stepping into your full self, you know, and you're feeling good about yourself, you know what I mean? There's a little pep in your step, you know what I mean? And you feel good. So I'm kind of liking that energy. I feel like there's one. Expectation. Okay. Expectation. Tell me about this expectation. Yeah, you see, waiting for your ships to come in. Three of Wands. Three of Wands speaks about a decision being made and waiting for your ships to come in, waiting for a resolution, waiting for some type of outcome, you know. And what we're being beckoned to is to remember that it's about freedom, it's about exploring, expressing ourselves, not limiting ourselves, because it's the energy of freedom supports our sense of limitless possibility and the potential boundless expression and bold exploration. So yeah, don't just wait around for things to happen. While you're waiting on something, attend to something else. You know, don't just be in an expectant energy. You know, retreat from, oh, what's going to happen with work? You know, when are we going to get to do the things that we want to do? You know, everything's all about work all the time, or all about the children. When are we going to have our alone time? This retreat is definitely what you need, but it will need to happen organically. It's got to come from a place of almost excitement, releasing of the stagnant energy. You know, it's not from the resting bitch face. You know, like, when are we doing this? And it's not that energy. It's, babes, let's do something. It's high time. And for some of you, you're having this conversation like, we need to switch things up a little bit. It's getting a little bit mundane. Can we just, you know, lively up ourselves a little bit? You know, that kind of energy. So, yeah, retreat from the constant worry about it or over talking about it. Just when the energy comes and that vibration comes, set it on. And like I said, it's exploration time. So we're exploring sexually as well, and we're exploring with new ways of communicating and understanding that there's so many different ways to communicate. There's so many different things we can do to connect with one another. You know, there's so many different things you can do. You don't necessarily have to travel and go away to connect with your significant other, you know, or drawing in that particular person. Okay, so we know that there is a lot of we've got expectation here. So we're retreating and disconnecting from the world. All of the expectations that are upon us, our responsibilities, we're going to allow ourselves some time to just disconnect. Just step back, dress back, relax ourselves. We've got the Three of Wands, and that speaks about waiting for your ships to come in. You know, so yeah, just release that and allow yourself to move. We've got the Eight of Wands, fast communication, and also speaks of travel. So yes, there is some travel on the horizon. So yeah, take the opportunity to be bold in your expressions. You know, choose a different route. If you've been asking for some type of change in your relationship, some type of upgrade in your relationship, possibly the way you're asking or suggesting might need to be looked at. There are other ways to coax the situation. I'm not talking about coercion, but seduction. What's the other word? Like a nice persuasion, like instilling an energy of excitement. Have that type of fast communication, so that there is that travel, that energy, so you can disconnect from the world. So you can say, look, with all the stuff that's going on, I want to switch things up. I want to get a little bit, you know, outside of the comfort zone. I want to get a little bit, you know, naughty or whatever it is. I got this really naughty energy going on. I'm loving it though still. And then the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords is that deception energy. So for some of you, are disconnecting from your significant other. You're needing to disconnect from the world because you have literally been dealing with a whole load of truths that have been come to light. This is underhanded behavior. This is deceitful, lying, spying, and that kind of energy. And I've had this card in another reading, so I know that there's a thread going on. So I know there's a certain group of you that are really dealing with your shadow side and dealing with how you want to move forward in your relationships based on infidelities and untruths and things coming to light. Swords are very much logical energy. This is like truths. This is talking, cutting, quite harsh kind of energy. So sometimes it could be too logical and not enough emotion based around it. So possibly, yeah, so possibly for some of you, this is what you're dealing with. And possibly this is the reason why you need this retreat where, you know, you're not expectant on how things are going to go when you take this time alone and just allow it to happen and see if there's enough to keep this thing together. Is there enough? Do we have enough to keep this relationship going? You know, is there... I felt like that, yeah, and this is a common thread because I felt like this energy on the last love reading that I did. And there was that sort of murky energy, and it's here again. So I know for some of you, you just need to back away from that. Maybe don't even think about it for now. Don't be expectant on, you know, the truth, number one. Don't hold your breath for an apology or a sincere one. Maybe a sorry to kind of get back in the, you know, in the space in the good books, but maybe not a sorry and I'm going to change my behavior type of way. So there's that kind of energy as well. And some of it, the deceit, could be just literally around just not talking the truth about where the energy's at. And it's about being bold in your expression and boundless and understanding that there's lots of possibilities in way that you can express yourself and to live, you know, so you can make suggestions for things getting better and things moving in a different way. So we've also got here, this could be the one. You already met the romantic partner you seek. Now, for some of you, this is this energy where this person's already done some mazza and you're like, oh, but he could be the one still. But there's things that we need to do with. There's red flags. There's things going on. And there's a group of you who right now, you're at that beautiful stage where you're like, I've been talking, I'm digging the vibe. I just feel like this person completes the picture for me. Like, that's the missing piece to the puzzle. That's like the missing link. Where have you been, Mr. or Mrs. blah blah? Where have you been? Been waiting on your ass. You know, that kind of energy. And I feel like that is where this excitement that I'm getting is quite bubbly, butterflies. And there's also a little bit of anxiety, I think, around properly allowing your guard to go down. But this could be the one. And this is somebody that you already know, you've already met. So this could be the one. So you already know them. And for some of you, this person isn't someone who you've had a sexual encounter with already. This is not sort of linking. This is not going back to the person who you were seeing before. This is fresh. This feels like fresh energy. This is like, yeah, you know, we've been seeing each other for a while, talking, and it's going really well. And yeah, I want to see where this goes. So let's see what the energy is. Tell me about this. Could be the one, please. This could be the one. Unexpected income. So probably this is somebody who's got their shmoneys in order, and possibly they're the type of person that's going to want to gift you something. Maybe they're the gift giving type. Maybe you come up and you need support on some type of bill or wanting to go away. Maybe this is what they want to do. They want to give you some funds to sort out your business or to pay towards a holiday or some unexpected income. So it feels like this person's got their money, things in order. And for some of you, this is around nerves. This is anxieties around whether or not you want to be in this space where at the moment you're not really in the position that you want to be in. And for some of you, this is you holding out for somebody who has got their coin already in place. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, there's a few energies going on here, but I feel like the main one, it feels as though this person's got something to give, or they're the type of person who gives to charity. So if you can see here, this is like a rich man's hand, and then you've got like a pauper with their hand stretched out. So this is possibly somebody who is very generous, and they're always willing to give. Maybe they give to charity, like I said, or maybe they're just the type of person who they show their real humanitarian side, and they don't mind gifting people, and they don't mind investing in people, and it gives them something. And possibly that's the reason why you're attracted to someone like this, because you're like, I love the way they just move. They just got a loving energy. And I'm not surprised if you're digging this person if they've got such a cool vibe like this. Tell me more about this unexpected income, please. Okay. Right. So we have the 9 of Wands. So this is like coming to the end of a real arduous task. And this is why I was saying for some of you, this is that energy of like, I'm not really in the place for this kind of relationship right now. I need time, like things are going down. This is where you're taking action towards trudging through all the stuff. You're getting towards the end. It's the 9, so you're almost at the end. You're almost at the end of this real yucky phase where you haven't been feeling the best. And things have been feeling quite heavy. And things have been kind of, yeah, it's like dragging. Like you've had to really pull some real energy out the bag. You've really had to dig deep. You know, them ones just to kind of keep your head above the water and to, you know, keep yourself, for some of you, it's like keep yourself sane, or, you know, keep your motivation for moving going. You know, if you see that this is somebody who's tired, they've been on the battlefield, things have been a lot, and they're just tired, they just want to take a rest, man, you know. But at the same time, they're almost down, you know, you're almost at the 10, but it's been very difficult. You know, you've had to move through quite a lot of heavy things, and maybe, you know, the need for some coins has kind of pushed you to a place where you're like, I don't know if this is really what I need right now. You know, although I've got this person who this could be the one, do I really have the headspace? I want to get my coin in order. I want to get my life in order. I want to keep taking actions towards my healing, towards feeling better. I'm being knocked around from pillar to post. And for some of you, like I felt that anxiety. Like I said, I felt the anxiety. Although the card doesn't say anxiety, but I felt this anxiety. So it makes sense that there's been a lot going on. And then you got the 10 of Swords. So here we go. You know, this is like, it's been rough. Yeah, the 10 of Swords. It's the end of a cycle, but it's like, look what you had to do. All those 10 swords in your back. It's been like that energy, especially for those who this resonates with, that goes back to the 7 of Swords energy with that deception. You know, being betrayed, feeling stabbed in the back, feeling like violated, feeling open, feeling wounded, you know, bleeding out. It's been rough. You know, you've already been moving through some heavy stuff in general, and you've been having to keep moving with it. But with this Swords energy, it's cutting this harsh energy. It's been a lot, and a lot of it's been mental as well. So it's a lot of mental things. There's been negative thoughts, kind of having to deal with other people's energy and the things that they bring to the table or don't bring. Hence this sort of energy with, you know, the unexpected income and possibly this person coming in to gift you. Not to say that you're the pauper, but it's like the imagery is about supporting, you know, if this is kind of representing you as the person who's in receipt, opposed from having somebody who is just extremely charitable and to everyone. Maybe they have this sort of energy around you, they're logical, they've seen what you've gone through, and you've been, and the thing is, the swords are about the logic, about talking and about the mind. So possibly this is someone who you can talk to about all the stuff that has taken place. I want to know a bit more about this sword, because this one feels quite, although there's a 7 of swords on this side under the retreat, you need to move away from something, because, you know, there's something underhanded going on in this particular vibe. I feel as though this feels harsher. Obviously it is the 10, isn't it? You've got 7 of swords and this is the 10, so obviously you've got 10 swords in there, but you know what I mean, this is where everything comes to head. This is all of the fears, worry, anxieties, all of the ish that you have to deal with, the responsibilities, all the other stuff. Right? It just feels, I want a little bit more. Tell me about the 10 of swords. What is this in relation to? What is this? I mean, it's the end of the cycle, poverty. See, it's about lack. It's about lack. It's about not having. It's about not having what you need, your basic necessities taken care of. This is anxieties, fears, worries, vulnerabilities, you know, and it's a lot. You've really, really, really gone through it with this 10 of swords energy, and you just want to take a break, you know. And it's surrounding lack, you know, the need for someone to come in and take care of you, you know, and possibly that's the type of person who you need. You need someone who's going to come in and just take care of situations and said, look, you've really done your thing. You know, I see you take care of everyone else who's taking care of you. I see that you're outside in the cold. I see that you're, you know, you're not showing yourself enough kindness, or, you know, the people who you've been dealing with previously haven't given you what you needed. Okay, right, so another energy that's come up as well, we've got pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So for those who like to do the whole head in the sand type of situation, kind of a red flag, not really, it's not that deep, you know, everyone kind of has, you know, their own quirks and, you know, all the excuses that you want to make under the sun for people who you already know that how they're moving is not right. You know that you should be getting so much more than what you've been given. Also just watching how they flex with their parents, especially the way they talk to their mum, how they talk about their family, their friends, how they interact. Red flags about how they spend their money, whether they're the type of people who don't want to spend too much, drink too much, abuses any kind of substances, you know, them kind of things that they caution you not to really go too much further with this thing. And if you are, there's going to have to be some real frank and real conversations in this shadow hour where you ain't trying to be too worried about how it's going to be perceived, because if we are going to be doing this thing right here and you're going to want my support, listen, there's certain things that we need to really discuss, you know. So it's quite heavy, this energy. It's like, although there's like, this could be the one, it seems like there is that person in the background, and like I said, for some of you, there is this person who's just looking to come in and sweep you off your feet because they've seen that you've gone through a lot of stuff. And for some of you, this is about this person just coming in to treat you because you deserve it, you know, and there's this retreat that you need. But there's a lot of harsh energy, and it makes sense because we are going through shadow season. So, you know, while we're working on ourselves, we're also looking at our relationships and what we want, you know, from our counterparts. So pay attention to the red flags. Let me clarify that, please. So, sudden wealth. Pay attention to people who just come up instantly with just some money out of nowhere. You're like, oh, where did you get all this money from? Oh, is it legitimate? Is it likely that I could be riding around with you in a car and we get pulled over by the police and I'm an accomplice? Look at that confirmation. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, don't allow your excitement for, excuse me, for that sneeze upon the truth. Listen, don't bury your head in the sand, people. Yes, we want the expression. Yes, we want to feel the freedom of being able to move around and enjoy ourselves, express ourselves in the fullest way with the limitless possibilities and the boundless expression. And money is one of the best ways to be able to achieve those type of physical things, going away, switching things up, upgrading your life. But there are some things that are just not worth it. You see, like if it's anything to do with losing your civil right, your civil liberties, and to be able to move around, that's So be very mindful that some of the red flags are around money coming from nowhere. All of a sudden, you got money, but you're back pocket. What do you mean? What are you dealing with? You get what I'm saying? Who you working for? You get what I'm saying? What is this thing that you're doing? You know, is it something that is like compromising your integrity? For some of you, that's like, yeah, you don't like the way a person makes their money or how they deal with money. Possibly they're very mean. They got it, but they don't want to share. And maybe they flaunt it. Maybe they're new money and they're flaunting it, but they're not sharing it. And they're like, is this how you're going to deal with your family? Is this how you deal with your people? Is this how you're going to deal with me? Tell me about the sudden wealth, please. How's that here? Okay. Well, that says quite a few cards that have come out. So we've got the Fool energy. So this is somebody who takes risks. It's like taking leaps of faith. So possibly you are the one taking a leap of faith in this relationship. You don't already see the red flags, but your heart is just in it now. You know what I'm saying? Everything that glistens ain't gold, but the bedroom is the bomb. And that is what's keeping you there for some of you. Take it as it resonates. Leave what doesn't. But for some of you, it's the bedroom that's keeping you there. So you're taking a leap of faith anyway. You're doing dodgy deals. You know what I'm saying? You know that there's dodgy things going on. And you're just going along with it. You know, and you're just, you're taking a leap of faith. And for some of you, this is this energy where this person just takes risks. It's not upside down, but I feel like the energy feels like it's upside down, like you're just taking mad risks that don't make no sense. It's not calculated risk. It's not, you know, yeah, it's not calculated risk. You see that Ace of Wands, boundless action and things coming in, passionately moving towards the things that you want, an influx of possibilities, options, so many different adjacent doors opening. Yeah, just so much ways to show up, take action on your life, receiving the blessings and moving with it. And for some of you, this person just seems to always have it. It always seems to make the right moves at the right time. And that's probably why you're like, they haven't got caught thus far. But I feel like one of these times their paper's going to, I feel like for some of them, the free paper's going to burn out. But I see what it is because this person is doing it for the family. 9 of Cups. And when it feels honourable and it's like, look, looking after his family, mum's taken care of, siblings taken care of, I'm good. Nine of Cups speaks about family and wish fulfillment and coming together. And look at that. Cheers to the weekend. Cheers to the family. We've made it. You know, we can live comfortably. We can drink and eat, drink and be merry. But for some of you, this don't feel good. Yeah, and I feel like for some of you, the way this person behaves, I feel like they're showing off in front of their family. You know, they've taken some type of action. Maybe they've bought something that somebody said that they wanted. Something petty as well. See, that money, listen. And then we've got the Four of Pentacles. This energy around saving and hoarding. So for some of you, this person, they don't want to share. They got it, but they don't share it. It's all for stunting purposes, and they're quite stingy, really. You know, and then for some of you, this is somebody who's quite sensible. You like the way that they're quite frugal, actually. They're fruitful with their things when it's the right time, but they know how to stack and save for the future. And I think that's, for some of you, the reason why I'm kind of letting this red flag just go on. I'll be very, very mindful, people. All that glitters isn't gold, and yeah, you just can't. Sometimes you can get away with it for a good while, and then sometimes luck just run out by you. So, boy, it's up to you, is what I'm saying. But be very mindful. Don't bury your head in the sand, especially when you got your children. Listen. And then we've got calling in your soulmate. So it says, your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help to bring you together. So for those who are ready for that significant other, they're ready. You know, you're doing the shadow work. You're working through your... Oh my gosh. Okay. And at the bottom of the deck, distant horizons. So anyway, I'll come to this. So, calling your soulmate. You know, those who are ready. You're doing your thing. You know, you're working through your shadow stuff, but you're ready to share your life with somebody. You know, you're calling in your soulmate. It's about visualizing the person that you want. It's about visualizing the relationship that you want. It's about being open to showing up in a different way. Maybe your partner might look different from the kind of people that you usually deal with, like the different type. Maybe shorter, taller, maybe from a different demographic, like different. I'm like, you know. But we've got false person, and I think that this is like a running theme, and I feel like this is a lot of the shadows coming up, because I feel like for many of us, where we're going through our shadow season and we're sorting the stuff that we haven't really dealt with, I feel as though when it comes to the relationships, some of our relationships are suffering because of this shadow season, especially for those who are not speaking about it. For those who are having that fast communication and they're speaking, they're being honest and open with it, it's strengthening relationships. And that friendship energy that I had in the previous love reading about, the friendship is what's saving this thing, that common respect and love and adoration. But I feel for some of you who feel like you're ready, there's also this nerves around whether or not, you know, the person that you are seeking or the person that you want around is real. Is this, you know, you've got false person. Is this person real? Are they going to come in, or are they going to, or you know, are they going to come in and act as though they are the person that I need and want, but actually, in actual fact, they are using me or taking me for granted or taking me for some type of ride? And for some of you, the nerves around whether or not this is the case is rife, although you really want to call in your soulmate. So for those who are going through this particular energy, work with the things that you want and not what you don't. And allow people to show you. People have got lots of things to say, but let the actions speak. You know, and give it some time to really screen people if you're going to be... Oh, there's a lot of shadow stuff going on, people. And for some of you, you are dealing with somebody who is acting up. They're not showing up as their full selves. They're giving you... Yeah, they're giving you some type of... I think they're saying all the right things, but I think deep down you know. And for some of you, this is just devil energy. We've got the devil here. And this is just your fears and anxieties hyping up things that's not really there. And that's for a section of you. And that's a large section, actually. That for some of you, this is like fear. False evidence appearing real kind of energy. You know? Got the Two of Cups. So this is the partnership. This is the love that you seek. You are open to love. You're ready for your counterpart. And possibly, you know, this person's here to support you. Calling in your soulmate. Call them in. You know, get right. Get the energy right. So that you can have that balanced relationship. But there again, it's the nerves and worry and anxiety. That Nine of Swords. Not sleeping at night. Nervous and anxious. Insomnia. Yeah, real worry, you know, real nerves and anxiety, not being able to really relax, not feeling safe, not feeling secure, not feeling grounded. And then that Seven of Pentacles, you know, looking over how things have been done before, what worked, what didn't. So there's a lot of thinking going on. So I think this is what's going on in the headspace with these swords. How my last relationships or interactions went, what was successful, what wasn't, and why they are constantly not successful or don't get past a certain threshold, or, you know, that type of energy. And for some of you, this is... For some of you, this is about reviewing. And for some of you, when you're calling in this soulmate and this person comes in, I feel you're going to be able to talk to them. You know, they seem like they're balanced enough. For some of you, this is a balanced person. And you'll know. You know, you'll know. And it's about listening to that intuition. But I feel like for some of you, because you are so nervous about what happened in the past, what worked, what didn't, the things that you were left doing on your own, as Pentacles are physical as well as energetic. So, you know, all of the things you have to do, your responsibilities, you know, and I think that's probably why you're like, is this person real? They're just coming in on all too sweet. They're just moving a little bit too sweetness and light. Could this be real? I don't know. I don't know. Could you be real? Could you? Could you though? I ain't sure. You know. But people, there is love all around. The first love starts from within. Love on yourself before anything else at the end of the day. And yeah, take your time and let's do this at the end of the day. Do you get what I mean? Okay. Right, let's get some advice from the angels. What advice do you have regarding this spread? What advice do you have regarding this spread? There is many opportunities. Take the opportunities for the growth, to have those deeper connections, having those very frank conversations, being open, allowing the Most High and the ancestors and the spirit guides to shower over you blessings of opportunities to have this freedom that we're speaking about. The energy of freedom supports our sense of limitless possibility and potential, boundless expression, and bold exploration. Come true with it. Come true with the sacred geometry. Yeah, so take the opportunities, allow that space so you can embody all of that, what you want. And then abundance. See again, let it shower in. Be open to receive of this new love before, this new support. Allow it to happen in a real and organic way. And don't feel as though, you have to compensate, or you have to make too many concessions, or you have to diminish yourself or make yourself small to do so, because it's not about that. It's all about loving on yourself and feeling good. And it always starts with self-love. So take some time for those who need that time, who are processing some heavy energies. But yes, I'm going to leave it there. Yeah. Have yourself a wonderful, wonderful Friday. Enjoy the weekend. Look out for my weekend reading. And yeah, have a good one, people. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And please check out the description for links to your personal readings. I have slots next week. Across the week I've got some slots opening up. So hit me up for your personal readings. And yeah, I look forward to connecting with you. Take care. Empress Vibrant signing out. Listen.